So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, I want to really thank Cruise. I think their name is Join the Cruise on YouTube here. I really want to thank them for this platform, like the platform they give Nigerians to kind of hear their views, like what they have on various topics. I've been I think for almost 2 years I've been a fan of Jubilee here on YouTube too. Jubilee Middle Ground. So it's so refreshing to see something like this in Nigeria here. So I just want to give a shout out to Cruise for bringing this platform to hear people's opinion and their thoughts on different issues and different matters. So today it's just basically going to be about women, African women. How do African women think on certain things? Yeah, so before we get right into the video, please like, subscribe and share. Yeah, so let's get right into the video. First of all, I'll start by saying I can already see kind of the caliber of women that are here, and I love what I'm saying. But I would have loved to see really older millennials or baby boomers, I would have really loved to see make sure go. I think we'll.
Please listen for the first prompt. Women shouldn't make more money than their husbands.
Okay. The first thing that comes to my mind when I hear this statement of women shouldn't make money more than their husbands. I just feel like in our day and time, it's actually a very timely question to ask, actually. But still, I would disagree with the prompt. Who in their reasonable mind would even agree to this kind of statement that women are not is actually insulting to women that have actually put in their time, their efforts. A lot of women are getting more education. A lot of women are actually entering into entrepreneurship, entering into the workforce, and it's actually insulting to a woman that has gotten all her degrees, that has worked for her money and her time and her reputation, and is earning a very substantial amount of money, for you as a man to kind of say or feel like because of the fact that she's earning more than you, that is not supposed to be right, or that's not supposed to be what do you expect her? Okay, she was earning 500,000 naira and you were earning 100,000 naira before you got married. Do you expect her all of a sudden to resign from that job? I cannot wait to hear the perspective of the women, but there are so many things that actually plays into this.
Why?
I was really hoping somebody would not agree to that.
I strongly agree that women should not make more money than their husband.
Why?
The more women are aiming for making more money, they will forget about their home. They forget about their children. You know, women, our first assignment is about our children.
That's not mine.
I'm so sorry. Have you not seen situations or cases where even women that earn lesser than their husbands still forget about their children, still leave their children, and have you not seen cases like that?
To know your children, you have to know them.
Hey.
But when you are earning money, you are just making for more money, more money. That is why we have many wayward children around.
And again, who said that a man cannot take care of his children? A man cannot know his. Okay, for her saying this particular thing now, she's actually kind of contradicting herself, because if you're saying a woman is also to earn more than her husband so that she can be at home and take care of her children and know her children, so that means the man that is making more money, that's going outside to work, is actually free, or is giving an excuse for not knowing his children, or he's their father.
I strongly disagree, because if we think like this, we're not going to make it. End of story.
I strongly disagree, because I know that to be wealthy or to be successful is not gender-based. Either you're a woman, you're a man, you can make money and make mad money while at it.
I am a believer, and I strongly agree that a man should provide for the house.
But I chose this because I know that does not mean the woman should not earn. And by earning, I mean, I can't get a job and earn more and be earning more than my husband and say that because my husband is not earning up to what I'm earning, I'm going to resign. The man should provide, yes, settled. I think that's where you're coming from.
Yes.
But as a woman in 2024, you have to earn a living and you have to, maybe not now you start looking for where and how to earn more than your husband, but if it happens, then
First of all, what does it have to do in my life? It is my life, my earning power. What does it have to do with a man?
Let me tell you, I'm talking from
This girl is giving typical Gen Z woke feminist.
experience. My
We
mom.
are fully aware.
my,
We're bothered.
okay.
Okay.
He reached to say.
The reason why
This man looks very beautiful.
some women in the past fought for the right of women to be able to work and earn is not something so little that we will throw away just because a woman is supposed to be a baby-making machine, like you said.
Not baby.
There are many reasons why. See, sincerely, I do not understand it. Any man who thinks that, oh, his wife should not earn more than him is a very stupid man. No woman should settle for that type of man. We break up. We go our separate ways. I will now be begging back, crawling back. That is why so many women stayed in those very terrible homes, because they do not have the financial power to live.
Where's your escape?
So all the education that my parents gave, see, me, I'm from a very educated background. The masters that we did, all the certificates, I will not be earning a primary school teacher's salary just because my husband
It's not like
or
that.
my
You
lover
just-
is
in addition, if I can be a mom, my husband can be a dad too. What I can do is do better.
God
Is
will
it not to
bless
raise
you. What a
children?
woman can do, a man can do better.
I was going to ask you questions, but I won't. Okay. And the reason is because there's no convincing you.
Sincerely.
I think it's a generation thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine that you think that way. You're not going to. It's not like you're just marrying tomorrow. So it's fine that you think that way. Let me see from this. Do you have daughters?
Yes.
How old is your daughter?
32.
32. Interesting. She's a grown woman. So your daughter comes home to you and says, "I got a job that pays me 1.2 million. That's pretty good income, right? But my husband earns 400K. Now with their joint income, the both of them, they can now afford to give their family a better life. It also means that she can afford to do more for you, more for her dad, more for her siblings. Will you tell your daughter to not take the job because our husband earns 400,000 and because she has to respect her husband and she has to make herself small and shrink herself for her husband? Is that what you're
To feel
saying,
like a
Ma?
man.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You are missing the point.
So what are you saying, Ma?
You are missing the point. What I'm saying is that when women, it's not that when we see opportunities to earn more than our husband, that will make us to still cater for our own children. We should not even, you cannot say that we drop the opportunity. But what I'm saying is that for us to be running, that I want to earn more, that we have that.
I don't think anybody
it's an
goes out
opportunity.
to, anyone goes out to out-earn their partner.
You're talking about competition. That's
No,
what
I don't even think, I don't think that's in a healthy, I don't think that's in a healthy home.
compete.
Anyone is competing and saying, I must out-earn this man tomorrow just because. It's not a rat race.
No, if it's happen and you are qualified, that's no problem. But what I'm saying that we should not be aiming it that I must get it. I must be no.
First of all, you can clearly see why at the beginning of this video I say that I would have preferred if I saw like older women like part of the crew, because part of the people that were casted for the video, because now it seems as though it was 5 against 1 here now, because the woman, obviously she's older in age, so her generation, like our generation is different from theirs, so she's seeing things from her own perspective and things that has worked for her maybe, and so now trying to defend yourself among 5 young women, that would have been a lot. So
My name is Tade Olabisi Fefo. I'm a scriptwriter and evangelist. I choose that answer because I look at everyone here, we are women. I know that everybody will support women to earn more. And I want to shake that table. And I truly like it that the way the table shake the way we argue.
Funny. I am very sure that it was not because she wanted to shake the table. She spoke from her essence, from what she has experienced, from her upbringing.
Shake what table? Okay.
We belong to different generations, and she's not wrong. It worked for our generation. The one that is working for my generation is working for my generation. Everyone is entitled.
I think my major gripe is that saying because of marriage, because of children, because of a man. Why? What if I don't want to get married?
What do you say?
What if I don't want to get married?
That's a different
If you
topic
don't want to get
entirely.
married, that's
no.
That's a different topic.
They are talking about your husband.
You can have your beliefs.
Why did she look like she was about to just give the girl one kind hot agbara? Oh my god. Oh my.
But it's important not to pass these beliefs on to your grandchildren because
Very important.
it's very important. Let them grow up to have minds of their own. I was raised by my grandmother as well. So trust me, I know where you're coming from. However, I'm a person, I have my own identity. I'm a person of my own. I can choose to decide what I want to believe in and what I don't.
The earning power of the average woman in Africa is limited.
Okay, when I heard this problem, main points there are earning and power. That's like your ability to earn. And I would say for a lot of reasons, yes, in Africa is a bit like not a bit, it's limited because although it has reduced compared to like the 1950s and the early boom, it's still limited because particularly like gender pay gap, like there's a lot of segregation, a lot in industries. For example, now men tend to get jobs or go for roles that are higher paying, that's like the tech, the engineering, while women actually like tend to go for get careers in lower paying jobs like healthcare, psychology, courses like that kind of. So this actually can actually reduce their earning power. Also, education, even though like the of girls or women getting education has slightly improved, it's not still compared to the male counterparts. There are a lot of African women that have not been able to get quality education for them to actually increase their earning power. So I would agree with the prompts. Yeah, but let's get to see what's.
First of all, I think that we're forgetting that most of us in this room have a lot of opportunities. We're very privileged. There are still people that believe, even in Nigeria, that their girls can go to school. Women still have limitations in some tribes, right? And across the continent. So if you're not educated, and be it formal and informal education, your chances of making money or being wealthy is way more limited as opposed to a man.
Yeah, I strongly agree with her because averagely Nigerians are multidimensionally poor. Apart from being materially poor, also like culturally, mentally, philosophically, we are also poor. We are still so set far back in our beliefs and our attitudes. I believe that boys, like certain tribes, boys are better than women, boys are better than girls. So in that sense, the opportunities that women have is really more limited. It prefers to give opportunities to the male children than to the female children.
So as much as I want to agree with you, I chose that I disagree, not strongly disagree, because like you said, I understand that we are talking from a place of advantage. There
And
are people
privilege.
exactly, from a place of privilege. There are people out there that are very non-privileged compared to us. But then again, I would not say that our earning power is low because there are several opportunities. It is a thing of the mindset. If you see opportunities, grab it. If you think there are no opportunities, then you're limited to that. Okay, we say in Africans, people prefer the male child. That is changing. That's like maybe 2010. Even 10 is still close, 20, 30 years ago.
Strongly disagree.
Nowadays, even before up till now, people are thinking that as a woman, there's a limit where you can go and where you can be. For example, when I was growing up, my parents did not allow me.
You can see when I talk about generation, like how I am getting a bit of how she thinks now about a lot of things, and I genuinely understand where she's coming from, and I'm sure like we can understand where she's coming from. So because a lot of this problem that we're having concerning this patriarchy has really like contributed a lot to this particular teaching women that you are a nurturer, you should be a caretaker, you should be. So now when there are institutions that are built up already that are not for you, that were not built up by you, it's kind of very difficult breaking the walls of those institutions for you to at least get something for yourself. So women that have a higher earning power, those women that have successfully broken down those walls, that have had the advantage to break down those walls. But I'm talking about African women as a whole, not adding sentiments or anything. There's a lot of setback, like especially with the mindset that when you see a girl in maybe like in the engineering field, or she has to work extra hard to prove that, okay, even though she has the same qualification as her male counterpart, but there's this mindset that is, and it also affects the boys too, because when you see boys that are doing what people tag as feminine, it's difficult for, like, they have to work twice as hard to be able to prove to other people that yes, I am good.
I'm supposed to come as a male. For example, I want to play female football, but my parents not allow me. That's my time. It's when they started this female football, but I was not allowed. This make a female to our earning to come low, because many things we are limited.
That's what I said 20, 30 years ago.
Even up till now.
I agree, because especially in this part of the country, you have to double prove your points as a woman before you can get any opportunity, and that's the fact. I know some people that may be privileged and get some things done without necessarily going through that process, but averagely, as a woman, I want to be a footballer, I'm a woman, I want to do it. I come from a family of 5, I have 2 brothers, and I loved to climb the tree, play with my brothers, and my mom would constantly say, come inside in Yoruba, why are you? I don't know. And even now that I'm much older, you go for a job interview, they ask for your salary expectation, you mention a specific amount, and they are looking at it, okay, you don't feel it's not like
this was like, there was a particular time in class, like one of my lecturers we were talking about this particular kind of issue or scenario, and then when I heard this, that was the first time of me hearing something like this, that some recruiters, there's a different kind of way, like especially when it comes to salary, they look at, I'm like, why would I have a BSc degree in economics and a woman has a BSc degree in economics? We have the same qualifications. Why should our salary be different based on how you based on our gender, based on the fact that, okay, you feel like he's a man, he has more responsibilities than she's a woman, she does not really have more. Please, let me for real.
You have a wife to feed. Why do you need so amounts? It's just a lot, to be very honest. It's crazy. But in this part of the country, I agree.
Who brought you people up? I don't know. Where did you grow up? I think you have said most of the things I really wanted to say. But this is it. We're 5 girls in my family. No boy. And we did everything in the house. We washed my father's car. We cut the grass. We climbed trees. We turned on the generator. We killed chicken, everything. I was brought up that way. I mean, I remember having an ex that always called me Wasiu because I was always working on the generator.
Nice.
Everywhere I have been to, the jobs I have applied for, I have never been turned down because I'm a woman. It is either I'm turned down because I do not have the qualification that they need at the moment, but it had never been because I'm a woman. Maybe if I was born in the 5th century, maybe I would have been saying something else. However, this is how I feel about this. Women are naturally loved just because of our existence. All you have to do is, channel into your feminine power, and you will go through. But for men, they are loved based on what they do with their existence, the value that their existence brings. It is the reason why so many female actresses will go for auditions, and the probability that they will get the role or get more roles is way higher than the men if they will get roles. I have gotten jobs that my male counterparts were working tirelessly, but just because, she's a female,
I feel like we are diverting from the topic. The topic was earning power. And I'm seeing a lot of personal references. Let's try to give more logical, like, I guess it's their opinions, and it's their opinions, but let's not divert from the topic. Earning power. It's not about, like, for you to even be a woman, to even, like, actually get to the status of having quality education alone is an advantage already. So we're speaking generally, based on African women generally compared to African men, who has more earning power?
Beautiful. She has fine girl advantage.
Why must
I
you
get
love me
more
because
jobs
I'm
and more
human? Not
money for
because I'm
that.
human.
Can
See,
pick from. You can
I have the
pick from that one.
certificate and I am beautiful.
Beautiful while at it, so why not?
So you got the
Is that a good thing? Is that a good
There is the cake and the icing.
But it's not necessarily a good thing. Yeah, you're basically objectifying me. I did not
No,
consent.
it's not objectifying. I like being beautiful.
I am literally a pageant girl,
Okay.
and I'll tell you that it is outright objectification.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Like, I completely disagree with everything you just said.
Oluwami
What do you
o.
mean men are loved for what?
No, she was actually correct. Orenfe was actually very correct. Men are loved for what they bring. Like, the value to men are kind of attached to what they bring to the table, what they have to offer. Nobody sees a man and like, oh, he's a handsome man. Let's just. It's what you have. Like, it's based on your wealth, what you have to offer. They call it extrinsic value. Like what you have to. But women, their values are more intrinsic.
Let's be factual. Men are loved based on what they do with their existence. You don't lie about it.
And women are
Women
loved.
experience more unconditional love.
This is a lie from the pit of hellfire.
There's a reason why there's something called the feminine power.
That thing is BS.
A woman just has to be there.
It's sad that I can't hide my expressions. It's very sad. Certain catchphrases like feminine power.
But feminine power is a real thing. Let's be for real. Feminine power is actually a real thing.
And all of those things, I find them ridiculous. End of story.
Of course, you must first be qualified. You won't say you are not qualified and because you're a woman, you want to grab that. No, that's not going to work. And there's something they call feminine power. You don't have to be a beautiful woman. If you're a woman, people...
As I said before, everyone is talking based on their personal experiences. And I know that when we had this discussion with my lecturer, he gave very explicit examples with statistics. One of the major issues in this particular topic is lack of representation, like in leadership. According to UN, only 24% of women are in the parliament seats. So what does this show? It shows that we need more women in leadership so that they can be able to make policies. They can be able to make, set policies that can favor them too. Because when we have society, men and women, we need both men and women to make decisions for men and women, not just majorly men. So,
let's be patient, let's be calm with her and all of that. And that's where I am coming from. I'm not saying because you're attractive, you're going to use your beauty and go and shake bum and shake breast. No, that's not what I meant. So let me just clear that.
I have a mixed gender household. I have 2 girls and 1 boy. And this does not follow at all. My brother is seen as the heir because of it just exists. Just a...
but what does it have to do with any power?
All of us are girls, and we got all the opportunities equally.
This point she's making has in no way reduced a woman's earning power.
Have you talked to the average poor person?
Let me use myself as an example. I am an agripreneur. I'm a farmer, let me simply put. And a lot of people see me, and when I tell them I'm a farmer, they're like, who? A female? Like you go to the farm?
That's part of the problem.
Exactly.
Why is anyone surprised
It is
that
my feminine
you are
power. I am a woman in a male-dominated industry. So what do you expect? Even on Twitter, I identify as diary of a female farmer. I can as well just say diary of a farmer. No, because I have that advantage, female farmer.
Does that mean that generally the earning power of women in Africa are not limited? Does that mean that just because of the fact that, okay, there's feminine power, that the earning power of women in Africa are not limited in 2024? Statistics.
Counterpart. So
Makes sense.
It's giving subverting to misogyny. That's what it's giving.
I feel like you have a name for almost everything. Why?
I don't think that's what it's giving. That's what it is.
when it comes to earning, no, I do not agree. I strongly disagree.
I pay for students every year to write JAM, GC, and WAEC. I've had multiple cases of people say,
A pageant queen.
because me and my brother are in the same class, and they think my brother should do it first. Number 2, this is my personal experience and things that I do. Number 3, we are still trying to get more women into the tech space, because even if we get 1 million women today, men are still light years ahead of us.
Yes,
Number 3.
yes.
Number 5, I can go on. See, we will sleep if I continue. Now, it's one thing to say, oh, in my family, yes, women are uplifted, women have all the opportunities. That's your family, man. Your family is one out of millions of family in Nigeria. I'm sorry, but it is piss poor to say that, I get more opportunities or I get more favor because I'm a beautiful woman. We're all beautiful women in this room. And my existence is not for the
Consumption of
of the male gaze. I find it sad that in 2024 we still think about things like this. But again, we are all very open. It's open for debate. However, to say that men and women have equal opportunities to make money, and I think we're being very dishonest, and we need to come out of our box. Creator, we're still fighting for the barest minimum. For women, we're still fighting against things like female genital mutilation. We're still fighting against child marriages, and so many of these things. And these are the things that inherently hold women down.
So it's not about objectifying the woman gender, right? I also do not subscribe to anybody doing me special favors because I'm a woman. But let's be honest.
What you said.
Let's be honest. No, I'm just saying my own personal opinion, but let's be honest. If you and a guy is waiting on a bus stop now, you're trying to get a bus, there's every opportunity of every possibility that you will get someone.
What does that have to do with earning power? I'm asking this for the...
Something called feminine power. There's a reason they call it feminine power. I'm not saying I subscribe to it, but it is the
I'm more
norm.
likely to be kidnapped than that guy.
Yes.
I hope you know that.
Is why women are
That's another route. Don't forget, we're talking about earning power.
Earning power.
Earning power. As a woman, I enter into a room and I am looking
I
for...
agree with
I'm
that
looking
earning
for
power, but the
opportunities.
examples you are giving me are not good examples.
Good. Breathe.
This is actually my calmest state. Breathe. This is I should be telling you to breathe, actually.
See it this way. Look at it this way.
I doubt I can, but carry on.
I strongly feel, talking about earning power right now, I am of the opinion that women have more earning power than men in this 21st century that we are. Why? Apart from the fact that now women work, women go to school, women do everything that men do.
Let's not also forget that a lot of companies or organizations do not like employing women. And let's leave all this facade of things, beauty, femininity, because of the fact that let's leave all this. Let's get into the real talk. Maternal leave. Most companies do not take that risk of a woman getting pregnant and then going on maternal leave. Who's going to occupy? So there are a lot of reasons, there are a lot of things that companies look at before accepting women into their organizations. So I think some of these things, we need facts, we need data, not just your personal experience. Yes, is a valid opinion, a valid point, but we need facts, we need data. What is...
Hey, be coming down.
Yes.
Be coming down.
I'm very calm.
Wait! If you are applying for a job, obviously you have your cover letter, you have your CV, you have all of that, and then you get into that room and you are interviewed. They would most likely want to consider a female compared to me. I don't know about the sectors where you have worked.
I work in tech.
But the sector where I work...
And men have more advantage in tech. So give me another example.
I don't work in tech. All my life, the places I have walked into, the opportunities I have chased, I have never been turned down or faced any major challenge just because I am a woman.
My money is my money. My partner's money is our money.
Straight up, anybody that agrees with the prompts, my money is my money, my partner's money is our money, in 2024, has to be someone that, let's say, is very inconsiderate and very unkind. Because I feel in partnership, even in businesses, for you to come together as partners, sign a contract, both sides needs to benefit. Like there needs to be this soft landing for both sides, and it's same as marriage. Marriage is also like kind of like a contract, and they are both partners. And when one partner is saying your money is my, like your earnings is ours, but my own is my own, that's very somehow to me, because nobody wants to just keep on imputing. Even if you say, okay, maybe the man's money is our money because he's the man, is the head of the home. Me, I'm doing other things like taking care of him, doing that. Like as far as you are earning, as far as you are working, as far as you are making money, you are not unemployed. As far as you're making money and he's making money too, you guys are, two heads are better than one. You can come together to put in your financial needs and work towards it together. But let's see what the women have to say.
I agree. I'm Muslim, so like it's a core belief that the man, the real partner in the house, is going to like pay for most of the things around the house. I know man's money is for her, we are children, things that she wants to do, more or less. So it's not like I'm not inflexible, but it's just something that I just still have now.
It's also more of religion. I'm a Christian, and for me, I believe that whatever channel God blesses the home through is for the family, either from the husband or the wife. If we say the woman can earn more, why should you not bring that money home, let the full family enjoy it? So that's why I strongly disagree.
I chose somewhat agree because I'm in between. I'm a Christian and I believe that the man should provide for the house.
I guess that everyone is trying to bring in their religious values and bring in their religious view on certain things. But now when we are having discussions like this, discussion, you know that thousands and millions of people will be watching. I know that not everyone is religious. We have to bring in more logical and mentally sound arguments than religion, because your religious is your own personal. Like, I need to see more. I'm seeing a lot of personal to me. But what shall the topic of this was, do all African women think the same? So I think this is their thoughts. So just think.
However, I also think there shouldn't be a discussion of my money is my money, your money is your money, our money is our money. If something needs to be done in the house and I have money at that point in time, I can as well provide. And if you have the money and I don't, you should provide. You are a provider anyways.
So when we say man being the provider of the house, that's what I believe. It might not be what you believe. It's just about the man being the head of the home. And when we say the man being the head of the home, means even the finances. It doesn't mean it has to be his own money. Both of us earn. We are open to our finances. He knows how much I'm earning. I know how much he's earning. And we sit together. Being the head of the home is supposed to lead the finance of the home.
That's what definition of provide is, according to the Bible, he should provide, give to the house. Then the woman should support.
I strongly disagree. About 7 years ago, if you asked me this question, I would have said, I agree, strongly agree. Because I feel like, I don't know about other countries, but in Nigeria, I feel like our parents really brought us up and with the perspective of marry a rich man, and then I always have this question of, so that I can take care of myself too. Now that I am a full-grown adult and I work and I earn, I imagine myself housing maybe my sister, maybe not even my boyfriend, but my lover now, housing my sister. And she works too. And every day I am buying foodstuffs, I'm paying for electricity, I'm doing this, I am doing that. And she's not contributing anything. But one day I will look at her and say, you are so valueless.
You said, go
in fact, go. Marriage is partnership. Relationship is partnership. There is a value you are bringing, there's a value I'm bringing. Okay? Let's mix it together. Two heads, better than one. It's very sweet to spend money that you did not work for. I like it. When you are in a partnership, make sure that you are valuable. Your money is our money. Your husband's money is our money. Assuming that your money was always your money throughout the marriage and his money was the family's money. When you want to divorce, you think that in your right senses, you're supposed to say, give me 50% of this. Are you mad? I feel like women need to maybe drop that sense of entitlement. You can work. You are a liberated woman. Be valuable.
Everyone has come from different angles. Religion, actually all religion, and our angle is always quite special.
Unique.
I'm coming from a purely emotional angle. And it's simply, if you love someone, it doesn't make any sense to watch them do so much, provide for so many people, and you just put your hands in your pocket. I mean, it's a different thing if you're unemployed. It's a different thing if maybe you're not even unemployed, but your earning disparity is very wide. I do think that speaking purely, because I'm a lover girl, right? But purely from a place of emotions, I just think that it's unkind. And it's not very Christian-like either. 1 Corinthians 13.
I said I disagree, strongly disagree. You have made the point. Why should you love someone and want that person to perish. You know, you should. That is why we see many men. This thing has been existent that they easily at 40 years they have this BIP and they now have stroke. Now you'll be carrying them on wheelchair.
That money I don't want to spend, you spend.
You will not spending it. So let us. Our money, my money is our money.
Our money.
His money is our money.
I mean, I do believe, however, it's very dicey because men can also be very entitled.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
I think that there are so many things, there are grey lines because I'm not going 50-50 with a man that,
Yeah,
you know,
yes, okay.
I'm doing chores, I'm giving birth, I'm doing all of those things. Back to the initial point of, I strongly disagree that your money is your money. You know, don't be wicked, don't be unkind.
Yes.
You love this person,
You don't want them
check
to
body
perish.
small.
Women spend on men when they are in love.
Exactly.
If your husband buy dress for you, buy socks for him.
Thank you.
Yes.
You want to shop everything alone. Anybody that shop alone will die alone. No?
Thank you.
So
You've given us a lot of punchlines from this problem.
When women choose to do household work, it should be recognized and compensated as work.
Household work, like work, is a job. Like even household chores alone are serious works. Like imagine every day cleaning, cooking, washing. And for me, whether that even be whether maybe it's the man that is doing it should be compensated. And compensation most times is not just about finance, about paying the person. It can be about that too, but there should be compensation for is serious work. Because if your chores are not being done, you would obviously go to employ a housemaid and you would pay financially for that housemaid. So please, it should be. I agree with the promise.
I went with agree because, to be very honest, I've had so many strong opinions in the past few prompts. So that's why I went with agree. Yes, I do think that the work that women do in the house is work. I have a washing machine and I have to still do laundry. These are the issues. It's serious work. Anything that is taking me 2 hours on my feet to do, I am cooking, I am cleaning, I am mopping, I am doing everyone's laundry, I'm keeping things in check, I'm taking stock of things in the house. It's serious work.
Yes.
If she's a stay-at-home mom, I believe she should be compensated. And if she's not, then it can be 50-50. Because if I'm doing all of this work and I'm also bringing financial things to the table, then you're bringing in more.
I strongly agree because, well, personally, I hate our chores. I don't go low about it. For everybody I am with. Currently, I'm engaged. My partner knows this.
Same.
I hate to cook. I hate to clean. It's a chore. So if I'm doing it, it doesn't have to be monetary compensation. But please know that I am doing it. I must really like you to cook for you. I must really like you to want to clean. Or I've not washed my clothes in like 5 years. So now imagine me washing somebody's clothes. So I strongly agree.
I strongly agree also. When you have a house help in the house, don't you pay them?
yes, now you have.
In fact, after paying the house help, you still want to maybe reasonable bosses still want to, your education, how can we help? Because they know that the house help is doing a lot. Even the woman that is working, like a working class woman who also does house chores at home, I feel like she should be paid salary by that husband. I have to break up with one stupid man that thought, he said to me that it is lazy women that have washing machine. I told you, me and you, lie alone.
If I'm going to work, you're going to work. We're doing it 50-50.
Well, see, we do house chores. As I'm sweeping, you're washing.
Hire someone to do the
work. If you know
work.
that we cannot be doing it that way, let's hire house help.
That's why you now see that when couples get older, the man so much looks younger than the woman.
Thank you.
I said that women should not earn more than their husband because I'm talking about that woman should be at home.
Woman, please, Emma Binu, you will not give this excuse for your statements. Please, this is never an excuse. You can never give the excuse for your statements, please.
Doing this thing, then that man should compensate that woman financially.
Your ball is interesting.
Should compensate financially.
This is your angle.
Maybe even if you be paying the woman's salary.
Yes.
So I totally agree that women should be compensated. Because I sat at home, I will cutting weed, and you will come, you will not see it. You will
acknowledge it.
You must acknowledge it.
And compensate.
You must even compensate me. Bring gifts. Even with moths. You must give, take, yeah.
I said strongly agree for many reasons. Like we've already said everything, but as for me, someone that has a chronic illness, please, that's a lot of work, and I'm not going to get compensated. Come on now, you need to be reasonable.
If I'm going to get some things done in the house that both of us live in, the least you can do is to recognize and do something to make me feel loved and seen.
I think this is unrelatable. I think I need to put it in. In my home, my father was always cooking and doing chores more than my mom. And I really like that. But in that case, should my mom be compensating my father?
Of course
Now,
If it's just one, then doing more.
She should do
Somebody needs to
something
compensate.
maybe
the
sweet
other.
word.
And she does sweet words. As far
Or
as
in
it's
the other
simple,
room,
as far as you're
compensation is
working,
compensation.
something should be. It's just the same.
Women are not emotionally stable enough to handle some leadership positions.
Please, I just pray that no one agrees to this prompt. Like, I don't see any woman agrees to this prompt, because what kind of statement is this? Like, there's no research, there's no statistics, there's no data that has proven that men are more emotionally stable than women. Like, even comes talking about leadership position. And how many women, first question we ask ourselves, how many women have we seen that are in leadership positions? The few that we have are great leaders. Take Ngozi Okonjo for an example. Like, and again, the misuse of word that people do not understand is women are more emotionally intelligent than men, but men are more know how to self-regulate their emotions better than women. But still, there are nuances to this statement now that I'm making, because there are cases where we see that women, like, and again, leadership is also something that should even be gender-based, because we are human beings, we are men, we are women. It should be more of, because it discredits the women that have actually put in work and efforts into getting their position. That's why we hear the statement of women sleeping their way to the top. Like, that's something that should be dead. Like, whenever a woman is trying to, they are not fully recognized for their hard work. There's so many qualities of a good leader, and if as a man, as a woman, if you tick the boxes, you are a good leader. If you don't tick the box, you are a bad leader. We need more women leaders. Jesus.
I chose strongly agree, and I'm going to be the devil's advocate. Maybe not emotionally unstable. That can be very insulting. But I feel like
that's the question there.
I feel like women are emotional beings. So let me not generalize, but most women are emotional.
I think, it's facts. State facts, not what you feel like.
Beings, and men are logical, so it just makes sense that some lead, especially when it comes to leadership, if you want to be a true leader, you can't afford to rule or lead based on your emotions. Men should be more active in that aspect than women.
So I somewhat agree, like I'm in the middle, because I kind of agree with you, but I also disagree a bit. I know that I've seen women lead, and I know that they lead well. Some women, let me also rephrase, and I've also seen some women lead and they lead terribly. Most times women can be moved by emotions easily.
So I'm going to take us back to church. A lot of us are religious here. Who should I start with? King David, that sent a man to war and put him in the forefront because he liked his wife? Or is he his son, King Solomon, that had, how many wives again?
700 wives,
300 concubines. Thank you very much. First King and Second Kings has a lot of kings, and the atrocities they committed. I don't know how logical that is, as for people that.
Can you give an insight?
Finish, ma'am. From what I've gotten from you is that women are emotional, men are logical. Men are logical. That's okay. There have been instances where you wouldn't even you'd be scared to not give a man your number because you don't know how he's going to react.
Yes.
And that's logical gender. Okay. Now, being a good leader has nothing to do with having a third appendage. You're either a good leader or a bad leader. If you are going by history, men have made awful leaders. They set a very horrible precedent for us. So to say that men are better leaders because they are logical, I'm just sorry, but statistics defies that. I think it is disrespectful to say that women lead by emotion.
Nigeria has always been a mess, and we have always had male leaders. How about we try out a female leader that will lead with our emotions? Let's see if we would, work out well. Number one. Number two, I feel like we've fought a lot of wars in the world. If women were the leaders, I feel like there won't be so much war.
And what is cause of wars? Women and children.
Now we they suffer am. The female bosses I have worked with keep everyone on their toes.
Yes.
When you are
This screams Tracy.
they are more authoritative, they have clearer minds of what they are doing. Leadership is not gender-based. It should never be gender-based.
When we are talking about emotion, me, I don't have that emotion. And you can see me like this. I truly...
emotion?
No emotion.
She's speaking facts for a while now.
My husband used to tell me that if not that angels that are distributing children are blind, they don't supposed to give me. Because you can't use your cry to hold me. If you cry, that's your own cry. I know what I want to do. That's what I will do.
Sorry, I would even add that. You can be emotional and you can be logical. Two truths can coexist.
Yes. If woman is a boss, as you have said, everything will be in order. Everybody under that woman, they will see tight. But let me tell you, that when man is in order, is as a leader, who will fall that way, man, is woman.
What defines emotion? Let's start with that. You talk about positive emotion, negative emotions. Like we have a wide range of emotions.
Yes. Anger is an emotion. Empathy is an emotion.
Anger is an emotion. To be it needs to be understanding. All that comes with that emotion. So I don't see
the reason. You
cannot lead if you are an emotionless, but you are going to be a psychopath.
I mean, we've seen some.
So let's take it back to the Bible, right? There's a reason why God chose a man to be a leader, to lead the home.
The Bible was written by writers like me.
That doesn't mean that if you get to some home, it is not the woman leading. Like I said, I'm in the middle.
Women have always been the leaders of the home. And if they can lead the home, they should be able to lead the society.
Actually, that's kind of like a true statement. If you look at it. Women are actually the leaders of the homes. So if they can lead the homes, why can't they lead the society? Because they're literally training the next generation. They should be able to, or capable to use those same emotions.
Sally, I tell you for a fact that religion is one of the weapons of slavery. We should always rule out religion when we are having logical conversations. It clouds your judgment. The Bible, the Quran, all of these religious books were written by writers like me. Having said that, women are not emotionally stable enough to handle some leadership positions. It is an insult. I am emotionally stable enough to bring up the home, the children, to train the kids. I am emotionally stable enough to train the leaders of tomorrow, but I cannot lead the leaders of tomorrow. Make it make sense. I feel like if women were world leaders, if women were the president of all of these countries right now, we would just have a lot of countries that are not talking to each other. There won't be war. I feel that emotions should be a leadership quality. If I can lead the home, then I can lead the society more than you can.
I just feel like there are a lot of semantics about these things because it's very easy to say, men are the leaders, it's God that appointed men to be the leaders, yada, yada, all of those things. Cool story. And from what I know, in the average Yoruba home, the matriarchs, the women, are the ones that are at the forefront.
Yes.
Doing all of the back and forth and all of those things. Do you think your mothers will be proud to hear that people think that women can lead? So let's start with that. If there's one thing that my fiancé says, is that I always say two truths can coexist. In almost every situation, there can be many truths. And also many lies. As a Christian, because I'm religious, the Bible says submit to your husband, and husband love your wives, right?
Yeah.
I can also equally believe that I am more than capable of being a leader. I know that may sound conflicting, but it's human nature to be conflicting.
But don't you think there will be a lot of insanity in the world when everybody is a leader? There is hierarchy. There's something we call hierarchy.
So
there's something we call...
There's something we... Sorry, what do you need for a living?
I'm a brand manager, I'm an actress, and I'm an entrepreneur.
Very good. You're telling me that you're not capable of leading where you work. Is that what you're saying?
I just said I'm a brand manager. That means I have people that work under me.
I doubt you're a good leader.
I'm not saying that. You can't say everybody can lead. Wait,
are you a terrible leader?
Wait, I am saying in context of marriage, man, I'm not even going to. But generally, of course, I have my boss is a woman and she's a great.
Are you
leader.
married?
I'm not married.
Very good, end of story.
Do not support women in making wealth.
I think for this one, it's actually a myth, it's a fallacy. The statement is actually not true because I don't talk about from personal experiences again because I know that I want to be very logical. It's not scientifically proven. It's just based on personal experiences and from our like what we see from day to day that I'm sure they will speak about so again. So let's see.
I strongly disagree. I have never met a woman that doesn't want me to win. I'm speaking for myself and for women in my corner.
I strongly disagree as well, and I'm fully on the side. Speaking for me and the women that are in my circle, we root for each other, we uplift each other. Like, it is our goal. I've done a lot of things in this life. I have never met women that did not want me to win.
I chose disagree. I would have chosen strongly disagree, but I have met a woman. When I got my car, guess what my landlady said?
Oh, Mary, now that you have a car.
Yeah. Oh, Ramoto, how old you need? Mama order unje. That was the way she said it. And I'm like, is she retarded? And then I realized, I think it's a generational thing.
So I agreed not because I have a personal experience with it. I have great friends that are like sisters. They carry my business on their head, but I've seen, and that is why I would say I'm privileged because I've seen different scenarios of, just like she said, our landlady. In my case, I've seen friends that claim to be friends, and then one will come to you and backbite. For example, your friend is selling maybe t-shirts, and then the least you can do is to tell people.
This is a human being problem. That is not necessarily a women's problem. There are men too that are like that. So I would not specifically categorize it just women. It is that individual's problem. Yeah.
To tell people about it or even drop a comment. But I've seen someone just very numb, not even, then you ask her, where can I get something? She'll say, I don't know, we can search online.
I agree, not totally agree. Because it's just like, I'm in the middle. There's one adage in Yoruba that says, Obìnrin lọ̀tá obìnrin.
We've all heard it and we all disagree with it.
Only this, that's like 1925.
Fine, let me start from this. When you are married, the first person that we recognize is female. Maybe your husband, sister, or if you are coming up, they'll be the one they don't want to. Again, as she has said, women, we used to jealous a lot. That jealous is where I see men don't have that.
Men poison themselves.
Men sabotage their best friends. Jealousy is
a human thing.
I chose slightly disagree because, like, in my experience, I've had wonderful friends. My friends are always my corner. But also, I've also observed some other people, and I'm like, do you even like each other? Why are you actively trying to push people down? For me, I never experienced it, but I've seen it actually play out in front of me. So it's not a woman to women, it's like a human thing.
Woman, if you have your money, it will give you your power. It will give you power. Your bank account is going to be your throne. Because you know that if you want a dress, you're going to buy it by yourself. You're not going to wait for someone to, send you that money. And I think that is the most liberating thing that any woman can have. Please work, be valuable, because you would be valuable to yourself, to your home, and to your society at large. Your money is your power.
And being able to do all of these things, being able to, acquire and build wealth, being able to just work and feel pride in the work I do and the money it also brings in. It's very liberating, like she has said. It allowed me make choices. I'm married for love, not for money. I mean, money is good.
That's a flex.
Yeah.
I can marry for love because I have my own money.
A big flex. I have a different perception because I didn't come from a home where it was a bit tough. I came from a home where my parents were always providing. I remember I met somebody at that point and he was asking me like, why exactly are you hustling? You're hustling like somebody that doesn't have a home to go back to. And I just smiled. I'm like, I like to buy things. I like to own my own money. I like to own my own things. Like, I want to wake up one morning and say, okay, I think I want to change my phone. And I walk down to go any store and change my phone with my own money. Please, as a woman, That's why I said that we have a large earning power, because you are powerful. Go into rooms and see opportunities. Don't see challenges, don't see problem and dwell on it. Enter a room, look for opportunities and turn it around and make money, make value from it, and you'll be good. So
You know that I said that women should not earn more than their... Let me tell you something. I'm talking that thing because some people are there, and I want to bring it here that are thinking that way. That is not my thought. I'm just correct. I'm just one.
Ma, please, oh please. That's your thoughts. You made several instances, a lot of statements backing up your thoughts. You argued for how many minutes? Even in the next prompt, you referred back to it. Please, that was your thoughts. You can. It's not bad to be to come to conversations like this and get your opinions changed. So, but it's for you to acknowledge that, okay, yeah, I've had a change of mind, and saying just going, I was not.
I just want to correct that. Women should work. As you see me, I'm a workaholic. I can work.
I don't believe our stance changed. I just think that we did apply a lot of pressure. Oriofe and myself were it had aggressive at some points.
I am actually glad that she had a change of mind at the end of the day, because a man whose ego is so weak that you cannot have your woman earn more than you, let's rule out men like that from our society.
I don't think that a belief you held for 50 years will change because you're in a room with 4 people. And for the belief itself, it's somewhat ridiculous. What does my husband have to do with my career or my, I don't even think that it's a conversation to be had.
To say the fact, I don't agree. If women have chance to earn more than her husband, there's nothing wrong.
Make your own money. You can put brakes on anything. You can stop anything. You can pause anything. You can play anything if you have that power. Success is not gender-based.
The best gift that you can give to yourself is being financially stable. I swear to you. You are not financially stable because you want to flaunt your money in front of men. If that is the reason why you want to be financially stable, then you have mental disorder. Sincerely, you need to be financially stable for you, because of your personal goals, your dreams, because you want to contribute positively to your society, because you want to be valuable. Owolagba, money is the currency that gives power, and power is the new currency.
That's the end of the conversation we just watched now. Having a dream should not be a privilege. Having a dream everybody should be entitled to having their dreams. But now, work towards those dreams. Be financially stable, be mentally stable, be emotionally stable. Do not allow things you see on social media, things you see around you, peer pressure, make you think that you cannot do whatever you want to do. Over-reliance on someone, whether be a man, whether be a woman, is, in the long run, it can be detrimental to your relationship with that person. So even if you're getting into a marriage, if you're getting into a partnership with anybody, make sure that you have meaningful conversations like this. Make sure that you have healthy and effective communications about your goals, your aspirations, your future, what you plan to do, your finances. Know the kind of person that you are dealing with. So you can also check the person's social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, so just see how the person is on the social space. And there's no need to rush. You don't need to rush to do anything. And for those people that have this mentality of women are too emotional, women cannot be great leaders, women are not supposed to make more money than and yes, this is another shout out again to Cruz, join the Cruz team. I love what you guys do. I really love what you guys do, and keep on doing the Lord's work. Yeah. So guys, we've come to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, everything that. Bye.